Okay, so the next lead code linked list question is reorder list. This time it's going to be a medium question, and we are given an original linked list called head. We are asked to do some modifications on it, and we will return nothing. So we're going to change it in place. And what is asked from us is to um, we're going to follow this expression. So we got L0 pointing to L1, 2, 2 until we reach Ln, and the resulting linked list is gonna be L0, Ln. So we will use the first element and then the last element, the second element, the second from the last, the third from the last, until we have used all the nodes of our linked list, or in other words, until we've reached the middle node. So for example, here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll use the first, the last, the second from the last, and the middle one. And this is actually a combination of three easy questions. The first one is gonna be, I'm gonna write at the same time. So the first one is gonna be, where is the middle? How are we gonna find the middle of our linked list? We'll use something similar to the previous question, which is there a cycle in this linked list? So we'll use a slow and a fast pointer. So we do slow equals fast equals head. Now we'll do while fast, right? Do slow equals slow dot next, and fast equals to fast dot next dot next. I'm gonna add some comments here. So find the middle, and the middle is gonna be slow, right? And the second part, because the idea is we're gonna find the middle, and from the middle we're gonna reverse the second part of our linked list, and then we could just combine the both linked lists, the original one, so the first half with the second reversed half, we'll just combine them in order. So the second is reverse linked list. This second part, which is starting from slow, we'll need 2 pointers, so current equals slow, and the previous at the beginning is going to be none. So while current is not none, we'll just use a temporary next equals to current dot next, and we can just use this in the end. So we do current equals temporary next. That's why we saved it. Now we can change the current next to the previous. Current dot next equals to previous, and obviously we need to change the previous to current. Oops. So what we've done here, similarly to previous questions, we saved our next. So this will not use the information. So we could use it in the last instruction to iterate through our list. So we go from we will traverse all the nodes starting from the middle until we reach the end, and we will change the next. That's how we're gonna reverse. Change the next to the previous, and the previous is gonna be the current, because this is only gonna be used in the next iteration. So we change previous, but we'll not use it here, but we'll use it in the second iteration. So it makes sense that the current right now is gonna be the previous in the second in the next iteration. And lastly, what we will need to do is merge both linked lists. So the first list and the second list. The first is the original one, which is head, and the second is previous, because obviously when we reach the current is none, the previous is the last node we've used, because this is gonna be none. So we use while merge while second dot next. So this is actually a little bit hard to imagine, but we can what we've got right now in the second in the last part. In the first iteration, we've got the first is going to be 1, for example, and the second is going to be 5. We'll make 1 point to the second, which is 5, and then we will increment our first list. So we go from 1 to 2. The new first is actually 2. And then we will use the second to point to the new first, which is 2. So 1 is going to be pointing to 5, and 5 to 2, 2 to 4, and 4 to 3. And this is the resulting linked list. So in each iteration, we do we create two links. So we'll use a temporary variable so we don't lose the information. Temporary is equal to first dot next and um, first equals to temporary, right? And we do first dot next. That's why we say this because we will be changing it. Is equals to second. We do the same thing, but this time from the second. So we do temporary same variable equals second dot next. Second equals temporary, right? Second dot next is going to be equal to first, and this should work if there are no mistakes. Oops, slow fast equals fast dot next. Oops, fast dot next. Small mistake here, and submit. Because since we are going two steps at a time, it is possible that we will reach an example where we skip the fast, right? We go directly to fast.next, and when we'll check fast.next is none, we'll do next on none, it's going to be false. So we need to check both fast and fast.next.